it comes to quitter's mindset, a lot of us chalk it up to just not being able to be consistent or laziness, that we just can't do the same thing every day without getting bored of it. But if you really think about it, that's not really true. You do all types of habits every day with no problem, especially bad habits. In fact, when you think about why bad habits are really bad, it's because you've managed to do them consistently over a long period of time until they had a negative effect on your life. And this is why now you're trying to do the opposite to rectify the situation. We are more than capable of doing the same thing every day. So then what is the difference? The first thing that we're going to talk about today is instant gratification versus delayed gratification. As humans, we are impatient little creatures who are just so used to having everything in no time, especially with the advancement of technology, where everything is at our fingertips. This makes it even harder to do something where the reward might come a bit later. Typically, when we're trying to implement good habits, it is for some sort of end goal in mind, whether it's studying a little bit every day so that you're ready for that end of year exam, or if it's a skincare routine that you have to do every day because you're breaking out. It's all going to take time before you really see that result you want. And typically, we're not enjoying it in the moment. The reward comes at the end after the work has been done for a while. With your bad habits, you probably feel the reward in the moment. And most of the time, after that's over, you might feel a bit bad or like you regret it because you gave in to your temptations. I'd like to stress, what we talk about as bad habits today, they're not bad in themselves. Eating dessert, taking time off, sleeping in, watching Netflix, can't think of anything else. These things, they're not bad on their own. It's because we do them excessively, then they become negative. Just keep that in mind. Now that we know why bad habits are so much more appealing because we get that gratification right there, then how can we tackle this? Number one, visualization. What you can do is either one of these two things. Visualize how good you're going to feel when you complete this task and how accomplished you felt the last time that you did this. Or the second thing is visualizing how bad you're gonna feel if you give in to the temptation and how much you regretted it the last time. Either one of those two things, or to make it extra powerful, do them together. It might just help you push away temptation and go do what you're meant to do. The next piece of advice would be to celebrate the small wins. I'm going to use working out as an example because it's always the easiest thing for me to do, but you can really apply it to any situation. With working out, you can stick to just saying, okay, my only reward is after 6 months when I've got that shredded body. Or you can celebrate it more often, celebrating how much your endurance has increased, your stamina, your strength. Even if you don't see it physically, you can have these other things that you're measuring. And you know what? Even if all of those you can't see yet, then at least just celebrate the fact that you're committed to this still and that you're completing these tasks even when you're not really up for it. Pat yourself on the back because you've actually pushed through and increased your self-discipline. And with this point comes focus on today, because you are trying to make this habit as part of your lifestyle. Honestly, that's what we do with our bad habits. When we want to go watch a Netflix show, we don't think, oh, I just binged an entire season yesterday. Every day is a new day to us when it comes to bad habits, right? So that's how we want to think when it comes to the good habits as well. Take it day by day. Make sure that you complete it today. Don't think, oh, I worked out yesterday, so I can be let off the hook today. It's so much easier to fall off your routine at the very start before it became concrete in your life. So to give you an example, I take medicine for my thyroid every morning. I used to always struggle. Even when I've put it next to my bed every day, I will struggle to remember to take it every morning. And it's only literally this year, 6 years later, that I take it without thinking, even though it's not even right next to me sometimes. So now I can afford some days, if I forget and I'm about to go out, to be like, "Oh, I'll miss a day, it's fine." Because I know it's really embedded in my life. But just last year, if I forgot to take it one day, I'll forget to take it the next day and then the next day, and soon after it'll be a month and I haven't taken my medicine. So yes, take every day as it comes, because this saves you as well from saying, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. Focus on checking off this habit for today. I don't care about yesterday or tomorrow. But all of that aside, you know what would be amazing? To switch your good habits into something that you enjoy in the moment. I read an article about this a month or so ago, and it really opened my eyes. And if I can find it, I'll link it down below if anyone wants to read it. It talked about how the people we see around us that we really commend for their self-discipline and their willpower and how they get things done all the time. They're always on top of their game, always at the gym at 7 a.m., sleeping 8 hours a day, eating healthy, getting their work done, really just killing it, right? They're able to maintain the self-discipline because they actually enjoy what they're doing. They're not at the gym being tortured. They're enjoying whatever workout they're doing. They enjoy the work they do. This is how they manage to keep up with it. Wouldn't it be even better that instead of having to visualize and imagine how good it would feel to finish this task, that you actually just enjoy the process itself? It might be easier said than done. But as an example, if I hate running, why should I choose that as my cardio? I love kickboxing, I love playing basketball. I should choose to do that instead. It won't feel as dreadful to stay active like I want it to. Stop thinking of the good habits as a chore and start trying to change your mindset and maybe change the habits themselves to be in a format that you like, that it actually feels like self-love rather than self-hate. The second thing that leads to us falling off our routines and quitting what we're trying to do is that we forget why we're doing it in the first place. We forget our end goal, we forget our motivation, and this makes our alternative bad habits seem even more tempting because now you don't even remember why you're doing this. Why am I not eating this piece of chocolate if I don't even remember that I'm trying to get healthy? I'm just gonna eat it because I'm like, why not? You forget why you've been implementing these habits every day. And so how do you solve this? Well, number one, putting up motivational stuff around my walls where I can easily see them, even if I'm just chilling, lying down in my bed or even in my desk. My room is very small. I can still see them. It doesn't have to be deep, complex quotes. I literally just have, just start. Focus, just do it, yeah, Nike, whatever. Keep moving forward. You know, like I have these things on my wall that really motivate me, and it sounds dumb, but I swear, like when I be doing my exercises and I'm dying through the last 10 squats that I'm doing, I look straight ahead and I see focus, and that actually motivates me to keep going. It's crazy. The other thing is that usually when we have started to change our ways, something had inspired it. You watched a video, you listened to a podcast, you read a post, something moved you to change your ways. And if you know what that thing is, then I would advise that you save it somewhere. Keep it easily accessible so that whenever you feel like you're losing your motivation a bit, you put that on and gets you back into that mindset, back into that motivation. Now, my favorite tip. Now, as I've said multiple times, my main goal that I've been struggling with in my life is having a more active lifestyle and being more consistent with working out. And I really just want to gain muscle mass, and that's not going to happen by going to the gym once a week. So I've been really trying to make this part of my lifestyle, and I've struggled for 6.5 years. Very frustrating. What has really worked for me is keeping a calendar, not just a calendar with 1 month, because I tend to forget to flip them. Let's say I gave myself a 6-month plan. So I drew up my little calendar days that I'm gonna scratch out, and I stuck it up on my wall. Again, having it on your wall, not on your phone, somewhere where you're always gonna see it is great. And every day that I work out, I cross out a day. Now this works well in 2 ways. Number one, when I've been on a streak and I've worked out for a whole week straight up, I'll be less likely to not continue this because I've seen how far I've come and I don't want to have a block that's empty on my little calendar. The second way this helps, which is even more useful, is that when I do fall off my routine and I miss a couple days or even a week, I can see that on my calendar and I see it all the time. So I can't forget about it. I can't miss a few days that suddenly turn into a month. This way, I'm so much more able to get back into my routine far quicker than I used to. I stopped having these month-long breaks between a workout session. And this has been the most useful and amazing thing to me because you know what? Life happens. Things will come up. You're not always going to be able to do your routine. And you actually need to know how to be flexible in life. But the most important thing is how fast you get back on that routine. And this method has helped me in the last 2 or 3 months to not go over 1 week of no activity whatsoever. That is my biggest advice to you. The last cause of the quitter's mindset and quitting those habits is a lack of belief. Now, this could be on a big scale of just thinking you're not capable of achieving the big end goal and reward, or it could be on a smaller level where you just in the moment don't believe that you have enough energy to complete the task that you've got to complete. So for the first one, this is thinking that after you put all your time and effort that it's not going to make a difference. Having this negative mindset that, you know what if I work out every day for the next 6 months and still look bad? And it comes out of fear. But the fact is, doing something consistently over a long period of time will lead to results. You cannot tell me that if you're doing a Skillshare course every day, or reading a little bit about a certain topic every day, or working out a little bit every day compared to doing nothing at all is not going to make a drastic difference in your life. That's crazy. So you have to change your mindset. And sometimes it's all about the self-talk. Tell yourself that you're being irrational, that you're just being scared, and it's fine to be scared. But the fact is, a year is going to pass no matter what. You might as well have that year pass with you doing something good for yourself and for your body. Now, when it comes to the lack of motivation because you think that in this moment you don't have enough energy to get up and do your work or to write in your journal or whatever it is, I'm trying to make this video very generalizable if you can't tell. If you feel like you don't have enough energy, I have a little trick that works. What you have to do is start small. So for example, it's late at night, my room's a mess, and I'm too tired to get up and put my stuff away. But I have this empty plate where I had my food earlier, and I have to put that away or else I'm gonna deal with a very bad ant problem. So I tell myself, look, just get up, just put that away, and then you can go to bed. This tricks me into getting up and to walk all the way to the kitchen. What usually ends up happening, because I'm already there, because I'm already standing, instead of putting away that plate into the dishwasher, being lazy and being done with it, I actually end up washing my plate, washing other dishes in the sink if there are any, putting away any clean dishes that were on the drying rack, and then coming to my room and probably folding my clothes as well. Do you see how that happens? Because you think, I'm standing up, I might as well do this. Because now it seems easier, you're already there. That's really what it is. You're dreading the effort it takes to start. To try and combat this, trick your mind a little bit. Tell yourself, let me just do a bit. Let me just do a bit of my essay, just write the introduction or just do an outline. You'll find that because you're already there, you're already in the state of doing that bit of work, that you start telling yourself, might as well do a little bit more. Might as well, might as well, might as well. Trick your brain into the might as well mode. The last thing, which does not really apply to any of these causes, is just a general advice to you guys, is everyone suggests having an accountability partner, but I will go a step further and say get someone who is healthy competition for you. Not someone that you're jealous of or envious of and makes you feel bad, but someone that you can push each other. So for example, me and my brother, I see him, he's consistent with his fitness, so it's motivated me to be less lazy. I also have my friend where we started our YouTube channels together, and because we started the plan to do this together, we kind of, without meaning to, start to motivate each other to go the step further in planning and preparing and eventually posting our first video. Even till now, when one posts, the other one is motivated to work on their video, to edit their video. So get someone who serves as that healthy competition that motivates you. But in the end, guys, I just want you to remember, sometimes it's good to take a break. Yeah, of course, having good habits and being regular and having a routine is great. Sometimes you need to be consistent to see results, but you need to know when your body or your mind might actually need a break, and that might be more beneficial because then you can restart and do whatever you're trying to do much better than before. So as long as you're not taking a break for an entire month, it's fine to let yourself rest. I think that's all I've got for today's video. I hope that was helpful and gave you some tips on how to stick to your habits. If you're struggling to even start working on any of your goals, I do have a video about that, and feel free to check that out. I'll put it somewhere on this screen. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll see you when I see you.